Are you rolling?
Hi, Dan Rourke here from Clubhouse Group, and I'm with Dan Munch today, and we're talking about the top 5 things that are important in real estate.
Okay, and number 1 I feel is affordability. When you're looking to buy real estate, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, haven't done the process many times, speak to a mortgage professional so they can work out what is affordable to you. Some of the hidden costs when buying real estate, what are they, Dan?
Some of the hidden costs in buying real estate?
Well, you're not just buying the property, you've got other costs you have to be mindful of when buying real estate.
Well, there's going to be the closing costs, there's going to be moving costs, there's going to be all kinds of costs that just come out of nowhere.
And then when you buy that real estate, there's going to be bills, there's going to be property tax. You have to be mindful of that. And mortgage professionals are going to be able to guide you through those costs you may not have realized before you started the process.
Let's talk about number 2, communities. Tell me more about that.
So communities, they're very, very different within Edmonton. You can go to one community to another. They can have lots of different costs. You can go to mature communities. You can go to new communities. You can go to communities that are far away from things or near to things. So when you're new to Edmonton or perhaps don't know every community, why don't you speak to your real estate professional that's going to be able to come up with some communities that feel are best suited for you and your budget.
So a guy like you in Ritchie neighborhood would know a lot about that?
Definitely, zone 15, zone 17 is where I like to hang my hat. It's near White Avenue, it's very close to ravines, it's close to the river valley, close to great shopping, and very arty around there, so that's my jazz. And Dan, what about St Albert and Oakmont, where you hang your hat? I mean, would you say you're an expert in the area of Oakmont Estates and St Albert?
I certainly would, yeah. The shops of Boudreaux are the closest and most easiest and convenient for me.
What about lifestyle choices? You know, the intended use for your property.
Well, I'd say that's number 3 in the top 5 on buying.
Yes.
And the intended use is you got to know what you want to do with it. How long are you going to stay in it? Is this a generational home? Is this something that you're looking to just buy and then jump into the next? Let's say it's a condo into a house. You need to know what your time cycle is when you're buying this property.
Especially if you have a pet and you're looking for a condo apartment, you need to make sure that you're buying a condo apartment where the pet restrictions will allow for your pet.
Speaking about pets, what if you wanted to have chickens in your backyard? Would you not want to know what communities are permitted to do such an activity?
Totally, especially if you like your farm fresh eggs. And also there's compromise, you must compromise in some respects, you know. Some areas don't have big yards, you know, and say you need a certain amount of footage from a certain amounts of space to have your fire pit. How do we circumnavigate this for our clients when looking to buy a home?
Well, really it comes down to having an open mind and understanding that not one house is going to be perfect for you. And there is a give and take on everything. So it's really about compromise, and you really need to be okay with that.
Okay, number 5, rolling into the last but not least, how do we navigate future use for our clients? Or how do we inform our clients for future use of that property?
Really, Dan, what it comes down to is that people need to understand what is beyond today's purchase.
Okay.
They need to consider what their family could look like and really consider that in their buying.
So perhaps building some sweat equity into the property, or developing a legal suite by having a separate entrance and enough room in the mechanical room to maybe have another furnace. So there are lots of options that we can inform our clients for future use of their property when buying homes. So hope you enjoyed our video and you know how to get us by now. We put in the work.
So you don't have to.